Yes, comrade phone. All what we Capo write for update, so we write for update, no day for the document, so we put them. Now I have to say a whole court proceeding cannot be only you say court procedure that kind of that magnitude go get just 2 pages. May put all the other pages. May put if it be been at the past one there, they may put an more examine them. We see if not true way be the talk. Okay, I know what argue, but which way me I argue and I say which way I click up there. I react on is not on this document where you don't come put and so. And I be the argue as specify. If you see where I specify, if you go read all my what you are right, I specify for the place where people say in be the work, then he buy house. Now I say no. Before other one car, I don't buy house. Before this struggle one we start. The first house, it be done buy them. That's why I explain for this. And once you get a property in Norway, it's easy for you to mortgage that property and get any other property or anything where you want inside this country. And I try to analyze or give some few points. And for the way, I tell say, the work. If you know the work, they no fit give you. And I explain for that clearly, say no, it be the run a sole proprietorship company. And when you look that document, look on top of 2024, you will see the name where they write at the Enkels Man for Attack. Another name now Enkel Patients for Attack. Now another way that we know they call them. You will say Enkels Man for Attack. It did it for up, say be the run. Why you say drive, that's it, run. That sole proprietorship, which means he had his income, and that is why the banks give him money for buy a house. So make Capo stop for the distract Ambazonians distract with for inside forum with all those nonsense way they write. It has nothing to do with the Ambazonia liberation struggle. And by the way, when you look all those things, when you see for court no the good, court no, I don't know how I take the Norwegian court. Court no the good, they take haphazard things. Court get a specific thing where it treat them a topic, it focus now on that. It look the law based on that and treat them. You need to go pick things the outside way, no cause I think we'll get lawyers inside here, inside this forum where they will tell they attest to that. Lawyers in there, yeah. If any other thing in the future, it will be in another case where they bring it up in future. So wait the way the when you see what you look the clear my case, that's I don't know again how I explain. So when stop all this thing, my brother. When I stop all because you know help with for nothing. You know help with for nothing. Make we come back to the right path. Preach the sovereignty doctrine. Make our people they follow them, and make we get our freedom. When we go to bring things the our way, they not get anything for do with the liberation. Start distract us. And there my problem there. And when people they bring their private things so for here, then we will tag and say now Ambazonia liberation. Ambazonia liberation is not about all these things. All what it go on here is nonsense. It's anti-sovereignty, my brother. And have you call and say what the opium that way that people don't put them for we. So more she don't, they crack our heads, they argue unnecessary things where they get nothing to do with our sovereignty, where they not go take us into the path where we reclaim our sovereignty, and then they go the triumph. That's just all that. So when Capo go, he write all that nonsense, way right for updates, so take court, say how can a man who is not working buy a house of 600,000 US dollar. Come on, you think that the court is so mean to be doing that? You think that the Norwegian court is so mean? How can the Norwegian court say that and then at the same time they are coming up with a document where it shows say this man be the run a sole proprietorship company? Come on, my brother. How will I look the Norwegian court no matter? How will I look at say now people where they don't get sense or they don't know what they do? Massa, when I give people a break. If you want believe Capo, una believe Capo. Oh yeah, Now for now Capo that for una believe all two way agree. Okay, I don't agree. All two way Capo talk na right. Correct. Oh yeah. Greetings, Comrade Capo. I think someone will just end this thing so because it will not make any sense. For me, it no be the Ambazonia liberation struggle. But what I want make you understand, I say, some of us no go school reach as we wanna go, but at least when we write, we will understand. So when you come now, you talk say you say, I said. When you don't put that in as a quotation mark, you know what it does? The quotation mark, go read that. This is you put that in quotation mark. You know what the way it mean? When it comes to communication, or when it comes to language, or when it comes to analyzing a text. Some of us don't go school level now, but you know if you go put in quote something, and then you come now for down with it, to say use I said, you know, we will be very careful. We will be very careful. At times I say when people read what you when people they read things they shouldn't quite at times, you know mean I say they no fit talk. Now just say they try for pick one or two things, or just try for understand what the person they talk. We not even go for go write some kind. Me say I hardly go write some kind of academic way. And I know feel I because sure they plenty different kind of people there, the forum people on ground zero. Would it go? We not even because communication now where you want pass message and you get to you target a particular group of people, and that's why I see me at the like for we use while normal pidgin language than this foreign language will borrow. The things that they worry me. English step they worry me. You know, after many years or Norway, the English step don't pass, they don't finish. But what I try for doing is I even the talk small pidgin. When I meet up Ambazonia, I talk me in a pidgin with them. So I make a try for the maintain them. You see, what you, no go one more continue this discussion. I believe say you just need to tell the people, say, no, you make a mistake. Maybe you know, they understand what the way, if they on that paper, then you can write that quotation where you run. Or if me, I would, for me, I understand you very well. And I say, you want destroy contribution inside the Ambazonian liberation struggle. You, Capo, you want make the Ambazonian people make they believe, say, you see all the money where when I contribute, you need to go fight the struggle. Leaders they take and put out for their private pocket. Nothing that way you the one make them know, and for so and as such make no man no contribute for Ambazonia. When you hear Ambazonia liberation struggle, may you no contribute. Now just the thing that way you put them for the people, but may you don't say when people they understand you. All what you way people they go do it at their private thing is not the Ambazonian liberation struggle. And I think that it makes some of you here more understand. Una no go ever attack all these things to the Ambazonian liberation struggle una succeed. No, una no go ever. Una no go ever. And that's why when I see country like Norway still they behind the Ambazonian liberation struggle, the day for the Ambazonian. Maybe now just say the unfortunate situation happened where at least you put them in a position where they no fear of act some kind of way, you know, based on any country in the national interest first. So, but give you the right for continuously tell lies, for make people believe, say the real Ambazonian struggle made them not contribute because what you want now they take people their private actions and they tag them as Ambazonian liberation struggle. And when now the real Ambazonian liberators they go out for acts for contribution, people they refer them. Now on where private people they go do, private groups they go do their thing them. So we get to be very careful when we communicate. Communication this way if it destroy a lot of things. And over there where you see me, I react on that. Make una no take people that personality they tag them say na Ambazonian liberation struggle. Make una no do am. A bit unfair for our people, a bit unfair, even to you. Where you, Capo, the one drag we go. When you go there, nobody no go respect you. Nobody. They go drive you, set. Time will come, them go drive you. It be clean and clear. They go drive you. Their action, even now, they show you. Now you, Capo, can put Obasanjo investment. You know where Obasanjo want to invest. You don't go ask. They tell you where you want to invest. And then the condition where they give before they carry the thing, then go for Kribi. He finally accept for go for Kribi. You know the conditions. If you will be Obasanjo, where you think it will be shorter for you for do your investment farming when it comes to transportation and all other things, where you think it will be very feasible for it. But this one will tell you, see, these people, so you won't carry we go there so. No will remain with them. Time go reach, you go be the first man where they go drive them. No be even their government, their people, they say, say we put your food there, they go drive you. Was they no say na you? Them say go drive you. Mark my words. Anyway, this is now the senior advisor. Stay blessed.
Spokes, so, I just want Spokes. I'm really sorry. I don't want to cut you short. Please just hold your point there.
We have about. I think the studio said we have 17 more minutes, so we have to.
Let me add one point to this. I remember when the president the last time he visited us in the US. I personally, I am aware of that. The Iron Lady within our organization, I think about 3 or 4 of them put together something for him to give him to go and maybe just give something to the wife for her sacrifice. You know what the president said? No, the president said, he said, give it to Mesam.
Yeah.
She was shocked. She said he told you came and said, PK, who don't even put this small thing, say more even give me president, or give madam even hold on for just for thank you for which way it allows CIC for you do. I yet you a president tell me, I say no, it's a president say man, me the give for you for Allah. That's the type of, when you go deep to talk about this man, that's the type of person, that's the dedication. Even something that is supposed to go to his wife, he says, give it to the forces on the ground.
This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. These are the stories you're supposed to be telling Ambazonia people and not wasting. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what all members of AGOVs is supposed to be doing. There are so many stories of this man, of these forces, of their sacrifices, of their courage. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what Ambazonia expect from you. This is what they expect from me. I'm just challenging all of us that we are falling into the trap of Cameroon to consistently be distracted. These are the stories you're supposed to be telling. You have stories of all your forces, the things they do. Isn't that what we're supposed to be telling? That's what Ambazonia wants to. That's what Ambazonia expects from all of us. I'm not criticizing the organization because I'm part of the organization. I'm just criticizing all of us that we are allowing ourselves to be so much distracted. We should respond, but not caught up in the drama. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you make a good point. Before, as you rightfully said, I saw a hit piece that was put out by, one obvious piece. They were trying to challenge the president's financial positional dealings. I had look at how childish. No, you know why? Do you know why I want to bring this point out? It's because when you look at the hit piece, we know the hit piece that they put out, this particular one that came out that I personally took some time that was sent to me actually. Ambazonians understand. Those of us living in the diaspora.
How is this right now related to this same conversation? Because we keep falling into the same thing.
Because we're not falling into the same thing.
We are in a beautiful conversation.
No, yeah, these are just excerpts or extracts to put it. Let me say this because I want Amazon to understand something. Because I'm saying this because, as I said, there are people that you might think that they get it. But if you don't pick some of these 1 or 2 things and open up their mind and say, hey, look, they might say that the leader has this type of mansion or build for 600. We all take mortgage from a diaspora.
No,
The leader,
brother.
no, listen, no. I have to make this point very clear. Let me. I know you might say something, but before
No,
you
I'm not.
counter me,
I'm
let
not.
me say
I'm
something.
not disputing
We
you. What I'm trying to say.
all take these things abroad. I want to tell Amazonians because Amazonians might hear someone here ahead and ask me. So you people are, is it the amount of money that the house or the leader is? I said, no, these are mortgages that we take and we pay like rent. That's the first thing. Secondly, going to one
tone of voice will never get your message through. I'm not kidding.
No, it's not a tone. I'm telling you that look, some of these things.
When you take your time, let's say about Capo Daniel, you just take 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your time.
About him. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about what came out. I'm not talking about him. It's not worth my time.
You come out, you just come out and you say, fellow Ambazonians, here is an information that has been published by the Cameroon government that they've extracted, coerced, gotten this information from the Norwegian intelligence services. This is private information that's supposed to only be in the hands of cripples. How is this information now in the public? First question. Number two, every Ambazonian that is in the diaspora who has a job can have a house. So what's wrong with a man who has been in the diaspora for about 20 years, who has gone to school, gotten education, gotten good jobs, is a consultant to some of the world's top companies. He has a company that employs people. When was the last time you told the Ambazonian people that Dr. Cho has a company that employs people? I'm just saying. So sometimes
I know.
Again, my goal is to hold all of us.
No, it's good. I like it. Hold us accountable because that's one of the pillars of the AGOV. Let hold each other accountable. I like to take the shots.
If we come out, we get such information and we come out not with anger, not with frustration. You come out as a leader and you articulate. You rubbished wherever that information comes from. You speak from a place of clarity. Here is this man who the FBI, the US FBI, cripples have information of the company he's been running for years that employs Norwegians. A company that employs Norwegians. Dr. Cho has a company that employs Norwegians. They know it. Dr. Cho's wife is a certified professional accountant. You combine the two income, they can buy whatever the fuck they want. All right? You combine their two income, they can buy whatever the fuck they want. Before the liberation, Cho has a house, has a wife, has a family. The thief that can pay rent in Hong Kong couldn't buy a shirt, never had a shirt to put on, never had a suit to put on. They can't brush their teeth. Go to 2014, go to my Facebook 2014, 2015, before this liberation started. Who was ASU? I wasn't made by the liberation. I built myself before all of this stuff. By 2017, I became the first Canadian to be an international published author. The book that I wrote in 2017, within 3 days, blew up and became an international bestseller. Number one. I wasn't made by this liberation struggle. Our goal is to add value. Right? I'm professionally known, recognized for what I do. So I've already built myself before this stuff. Go back and look at the people talking today. Who were they prior to this liberation struggle?
Yeah.
Go look at Anu. Who was he? What was he wearing? Before they were talking about 3-piece suit. In my mid-20s and early and late 20s, I was already an established professional wearing 3-piece suit and speaking in front of thousands of persons. I know this man. He would rather take money for even a cup of tea and give forces to eat than for him to drink that cup of tea. I blame the AGOFC for not being able to tell its own stories. That's why we left this room open and we have all this nonsense out here. But fortunately, we have a very fierce PS. When this garbage came out, immediately put out a public statement. We need to do more than a public statement. Here is why the enemy is mad. Their only asset that is left, we put a ban on him.
Yeah.
That's why they're mad. Listen, Cameroon is mad because we've put a final nail publicly. Their agent, their recruited agent, will never be part of anything Ambazonia. You see, that's why Cameroon had to quickly go take those, get those information, and then put it out and put that type of a sheepish write-up, just for diversion, so that the information we've put out will be forgotten. It's done. They can make all the noise they want. It's done. Dr. Cho, before this liberation struggle, created a company on the ground.
Yeah.
Where people in the diaspora, you want to buy a bag of rice, a bag of beans.
Abakwa mix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? In the heart of the city.
Yeah.
He's an entrepreneur. So don't blame Ambazonians when you say that they don't have the right information. They don't have the right information because most of the time we don't give right information. Because we believe that just because we have an organization, people should just trust us. In the world of information, you must communicate 24/7.
True.
That's what Trump is doing.
True.
Trump is dominating global media to always telling the American people and the world what he's up to. He's negotiating with Iran right now. The US-Iran nuclear program deal. He's put it in the public. During the Obama era, those diplomats will go there, they will come back, you won't even know. Before they leave, Trump is telling you. While they are there, Trump is telling you. When they are coming back, Trump is telling you. If things are working, Trump is telling you. If things are not working, Trump is telling you. He's consistently communicating. So we must adapt and be able to tell our own story 24/7. This is the era. You don't do it, the public will receive garbage.
Right.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I talk say.
Yes.
I talk say. Oh yeah, I think the way they go year before last year and this year. When you go acting now, no man any comment because the population on the ground they don't lost all that confidence for you because when you go at we are acting with the music focus now on Ambazonia people them instead for talk the east of La Republic, instead talk the east of Ambazonia. You talk the east of Cho Ayaba, where you been in defense chair last year. Today they talk against you openly. Where yesterday you will talk in favor of you for everything. You will protect you for everything. This year you talk against you completely. Then how the population on the ground, who get intellectuals on the ground, how did they ever trust you? They look upon you like testimonial, like the people that they betray the struggle. That's how the population on the ground look upon you now, Capo, my brother.
Anthony.
I greet everyone. Na Baby Brown again. I don't hear Capo the waka lie using media for the worker lie highway. They collect money for people and for back. And any money where they channel and for ye, it give for the organization. Meanwhile, the organization don't count or can't toss it. People that they contribute, Capo no they give the money. Now they prove this on money where again when I feel look the date, the date for 2021, where Capo will still be the DDC and the anti-kidnapping czar. He come for me. Can't tell me say he need contribution. He need contribution. Why they feel contribute for you? Because they don't take permission for egg of seed, they don't accept say me go ask donor them for money because he want enforce boya. Now so he talk immediately as sending 88 euro something. Now in that equivalence at that time for 2021 equivalent to $100. We I send them for Capo Daniel. Now the amount that will be sent over you, now see and they receive that, and now they screenshot that where he Capo the confirm say he don't receive the money. If you now look the day will be sent them, the date where they on top that that's the date where they for that screenshot will be sent through Western Union. Now the same day. Where we send him for Capo, he WhatsApp for asking if he don't receive the money and he accept. Now in that so for them. Now in that now they prove that. When I say Capo no they take money for people, or Capo himself the worker lie say they collect money from donors then. That one I only my own because na just small money. Just imagine the amount of money away if all donors they want come out, they want talk them. Now my own this I talk my own. Now my own this will prove. Now in that so for day. Me Capo come on can argue we say no one ever receive money for me. Me can come on argue me say no one ever receive money for me. Because I still get the proof for that 2021. Now they respond that he no give na name because he try to wipe out the scamming tendencies them. Some people they no he give na a brother a name and then a brother say no even they struggle. A brother no even care about Ambazonia. Yes. Again, I brought name when I say no don't goal of Shing. Now their family name that he own and don't Emmanuel Shing. It not again he brother a name because he the one wipe it tracks them. And even I notice that Capo the ever bad for sending audio because he want delete the audios and later on so that one go retrieve that audio then will not forget them. Now they prove this so why I don't send them. Now in this from the Western Union pay slip where he be receive them and the confirmation for it was sub CSF why I ask I confirm yes he don't receive them. Now in that so for day me Capo come out can argue now say no the thief this is what we don't want in Amazonia and we will not sit down and watch a thief and a corrupt individual for can spoil the name of the only organization where they struggle for fight for can demoralize we it no go happen. So even know what way good for you me just go shoot down me just go back me go shoot down for you me just go shoot down quiet because if not it dirty them all go come out all you dirty them. How about they look now only the side where egg of see that the egg of see supporters they come out for defend. They not they ever see Capo own dirty. How we don't stoop down this low for castigate an organization where you say open your own mouth, the press them. They prove them there for ACN TV. When I go watch and they now in this when I watch and Capo come out can argue me say nobody collect money for me too. Because so individual don't come out talking you collect money you deny. You deny for ye. Now my own this. Come on, deny. Stop these lies. And this your frustration. Where because you don't spoil for you, you want me free. Okay, because you own don't spoil, you don't want me to then get freedom again. What kind of wickedness is this?
Did this? You don't just leave, you don't go eat. So, yes, the inside flight. We just arrived Johannesburg now. So, anyway, on a link. You will find time to talk to her about that. But it was a pleasure meeting her, meeting you. So I've just kept it civil. So at least you can have your time to brief her.
Rating around those that are stronger, that are effective. That's what we should be doing. In diplomatic, the Ambazonia Governing Council is a member of the OMPO, the biggest lobbyist firm for people who want independence. The Ambazonia Governing Council have secured an endorsement for our struggle from a European Parliament that has representative in the European Parliament in Brussels, and we have seen the results today. The Ambazonia Governing Council is the only movement that have sit face to face with the United Nations to speak since this Ambazonia uprising started for the interest and for our cause for independence. We are still the driving force. We brought together the European Institute of Peace that was sabotaged. We have the biggest footprint on the ground, the most popular in terms of the population that came out of 1st of October, in terms of the physical cash that people donate. If those cash were voted, they are voted for Ambazonia Governing Council. Ayaba Cho is the most loved leader that we have. Those cash were voted, they are voted for Ambazonia Governing Council. Ayaba Cho is the most loved leader that we have. Voted for Ambazonia Governing Council. Ayaba Cho is the most loved leader that we have. He's the most loved leader that we have, and his deputies are the most loved people. Call my secretary, became fufu this small girl and way they sleep with egg of sea member then. Say me them became stand for front for cover you for your crimes.
Pa, are they Bangkok now for transit? That chap serious, so I don't know how to do. He's serious. I feel say the chap na big chap where you go to understand the kind of thing. You know, we don't can see man one day if he say go marry. So don't tip it off. Tell you say this so. You know, say I like he, but you know, feel like your own brother where we for this say. I guess on chat we are there for Hong Kong. And but you know, say I like you too. But you want to tell the truth that make tomorrow me no enter shop.
Call my secretary. Became fufu this small girl and way they sleep with egg of sea member then. Say me them became stand for front for cover you for your crimes. Call my secretary. Became fufu this small girl and way they sleep with egg of sea member then. Say me them became stand for front for cover you for your crimes.
Pa, are they Bangkok now for transit? That chap serious, so I don't know how to do. He's serious. I feel say the chap na big chap where you go to understand the kind of thing. You know, we don't can see man one day if he say go marry. So don't tip it off. Tell you say this so. You know, say I like he, but you know, feel like your own brother where we for this say. I guess on chat we are there for Hong Kong. And but you know, say I like you too. But you want to tell the truth that make tomorrow me no enter shop.
Maga show an example for tramadol for inside our Ambazonia struggle. Tramadol na problem. Delulu tramadol. When I watch the video.
You know, right now, White House here, I'm not being Ayaba Cho. If the one man way the now when I talk about Ambazonia, I say I will never even be your leader. I don't even want to be your leader. I am just trying because I see something where I get a own leader now. White now the only reason that I'm here.
This year. Maga show an example for tramadol for inside our Ambazonia struggle. Tramadol.
I have been appointed the ambassador of Asia and Middle East Asia by Sisiko Ayuk.
Oh, na problem. Delulu tramadol. When I watch the video.
That Regina Munde Elizabeth is no longer in the custody of the Ambazonian Defense Forces. She was left behind in the middle of a huge firefight. We do not know if she is dead or alive. The state of Cameroon will clarify if she is dead or alive.
Na tramadol.
We must make sure so we get that independence. We must make sure so we get that independence. Otherwise, we will lose our country. We must make sure so we get that independence.
Say, we not talk so one freedom that would use Cameroon their ID card. What about Cameroon their money? Nobody would use their money, would use their telephone, would use their electricity. The one na common sense. Maga show na example for Tramadol. For inside our Ambazonia struggle, Tramadol. And I want to say congratulations to President Paul Biya. I want to say congratulations to the Prime Minister of Cameroon for this bold step. Na Tramadol that na talk for Tramadol. Na talk for strong banga. Banga way come out for vehicle for inside Banso.
People to now use the roads through Benby. Our general in Bamenda, our overall general in Meza, General Cobra have guaranteed safe passages. As I said, passengers